Go on, CMD.
Oh, I don't know what's going on with here, Jeff.
Well, whole city is gonna come down.
Gonna go back up. You see the
Song, but unfortunate for them.
It's off the start.
Away into turn one, great
Milan dragging him along a bit.
There's the wind dropping. Yeah, slide. I didn't even do it.
Yeah. Okay. So, welcome everyone to the Tier 3 second round, of course, of F1WL. For Tier 3, we had Tier 1 yesterday. We will be reading up in a few seconds. Let me just announce that the stream has started on the server and will be live. What can we say? So no, actually not last week. Yesterday, Tier 1 was quite chaotic, but we did have quite an amazing race to watch. So what can I say? Hopefully today's gonna go a bit, we're gonna have a bit more action to go through. And also, because it's not like the standings make anything right now, this point of the season, but I'm gonna quickly review the standings that we have for tier 3 right now. So hold on. So obviously, um, the standings are based on who scored points last week in Abu Dhabi. We have Kyle leading right now, Hugo in second, Shadow in Sorry about that. I had the same issue yesterday, so should be all good now. So, yeah, Audrey isn't really working. I can't hear the audio from from the game. But anyway, while we fix it, I was saying, because top 10 of the standings are based on who scored the most points in any case. So, yeah. However, anyway, we'll see who gets the most and who will get the most amount of points today. Then he'll see. Then on a flying lap right now, as he goes through turn 8, and currently in sector 2, he's set the provisional powerful sector 1. So I guess lots of drivers are on their flying lap right now. A few of them on their out laps also. Just saying, we do have some pretty useful tools as well to see who gets damage as well during races. which is probably why I get disconnections. So yeah, sorry about what happened earlier. Anyway, Francis right now starting the line up. He's about to end the first line up. He will be the first one to cross the line. That's a... oh, never mind. He goes into the pits, he'll see. So, I guess he decided to abort his lap of Francis though. He's on a flying lap. Through Hugh Rouge he goes. And opens the S to the Cameron straight. Let's see what kind of sector 1 time he can set. Meanwhile, Toast, no, actually not Toastman, Zachman, goes fastest. And Mikel Ali gets past him, gets a 144.625 at the moment. GTR follows up with a 144.762. There goes Zakiman in third. Then lots of drivers now setting the fastest time. Bill now through the last sector on a flying lap like everyone else pretty much. Approaches the last chicane before ending the lap. Let's see what lap they can get down to. Yeah, it's wide open as they cross the line. It's a not a bad lap really, 145.563. As he places him in 4th place. So not bad performance right now from the Aston Martin guys. They're both in the top 10. Of course, not many people have set their fastest laps yet. Postman, of course, with a 147.762 currently in 7th. As we get down to Francis, who started the lap. Now he's setting one. He's probably made a mistake as it's a pretty slow lap, not gonna lie. Yeah, in fact, I think he invalidated, doesn't even show up as he set the time, probably invalidated the lap time. I don't know if they're going for another one, but we'll see. Also, wonder, as I was saying, yesterday was pretty bit chaotic, but there was some action. Let's see if today that can improve as well in terms of action, and if we'll get some close look at the who wins. Since yesterday we had a pretty controversial incident in the last chicane. So yeah. While Hugo goes into the pits, let me review the current people who set their lap times right now. Ali, who's going into the pits right now, 144.625. Then GTR with a 144.762. Hugo with a 145.477. Bill with a 145.563. Zakiman with a 145.639. Christian with a 145.904. Postman with a 147.782. And Yuki with a 156.413. We still have on our current flying lap Lewis, who's coming through the last chicane right now. Did a bit of a mistake there, but crosses the line, gets up to 7th place. Gets a 146.341. And up next we have the Haas of Kong, if I'm not wrong. Trying to you know, remember everyone's names they've chosen for the overlays. But next up is Hills' teammate coming up round the last chicane, setting a flying lap right now. Never mind, he comes to the pits. So yeah, Hilsey though, he's about to set a new lap as he aborted the previous one. He opens the S and the Cameron straight. On sector 1, he has to get a faster time than Kyle, but he does improve, but he's 1/10 of Kyle in sector 1. As he goes through sector 2, quite a challenging section for many drivers there. As he goes through turn 8, it's quite challenging. Also, talking about the upcoming corner, which is Radion. If you get those corners bad, you can probably invalidate your lap time, which is not ideal, especially when you have 8 minutes remaining of qualifying. So yeah, as he approaches sector 2 now, the end of sector 2 actually, goes through the last corner before getting into sector 3. He is at purple sector 2, 1/10 up in terms of lap times, comparing the other drivers' lap times. He's 1/10 up in comparing it to Ali. In fact, he's set to purple sector 2. Comes round the last chicane once again. Let's see if he comes into the pits this time. No, he doesn't. He continues on to open DRS and crosses the line to set a provisional pole position time, actually 1:43.866 for the Haas driver. Not a bad lap time, looking like. That puts him in that actually gets him below a 1:44. He's the only driver to set a time which is below 1:44. Meanwhile, Brandon sets a time as well. That's a 1:45.985. So I say top 3 all has that 1:44, 1:43 time. And then from top 4, from 4th to down to 8, they all have 1:45 or higher. Zakiman then up next to complete their lap. Actually, yeah, they're completing a lap, but they already set one. Can they improve it though? Not yet. Oh, they were not that problem. Meanwhile, you can see we have the 2 hashes. I think Hills is going for another lap. Well, I don't think he doesn't have that much VIS left. Zakiman though, he is indeed going for another lap. He's coming in 6th with a 1:45.639, and he does improve in sector 1, but he's still 1/10 down in terms of Ali's time. Dan Super, also known as Super, with the overlays, 1:44.469. That puts him down up into P2. Can Zakiman actually get anywhere closer, teammate? McLaren has always been great in tier 2 and tier 3. They've showed some great pace in precision testing, and also, if I'm not wrong, in tier 3, I may be wrong actually, but you know. Anyway, Zakiman then on to sector 2 he goes. He sets actually a powerful sector 2. This could be fastest, the fastest lap time yet. Well, let's see. He still ends up in sector 2. And he also powerful sector 2. Can he beat Ilsa's time or get above the teammate? So P2 for them. Let's see. The eyes wide open as they cross the line. Get up actually to first place, provisional pole position. That's a 1-3 for McLaren as we speak. As Christian improves the lap time, goes to a 1:44.505, and Zakiman now to a 1:43.774. Not a bad performance from the McLaren boys there. That would be quite a nice fight to see, not gonna lie. But they're gonna have to be consistent in the race to keep that place. 5 minutes to go, meanwhile, as the timer reminds us that those drivers don't have that much time remaining, as it's Spa. A lap time is almost 2 minutes, so the drivers have to think about when to leave garage now. As we on board with Ferrari of I think it's Apollo. Yeah, it's Apollo. Apollo GTR. As he's about to start a new lap time. He's currently 6th with a 144.762. Can he try and give a good performance to their academy right now? No many minutes remaining, so we still have a few drivers left who haven't set a time, such as Brand Fallon. Says driving 70, probably that's max. Oh yeah. Oh. Still a lot of drivers to go to set the lap time. About 4, and they're on the one of them is on a flying lap. The other 2 are on an out lap. Both Alfa Romeos, that is. Meanwhile, GTR doesn't improve in sector 1. He still has some time left if he wants to do another lap. But yeah, right now it's 3 minutes remaining, so he has to think whether he wants to abort this one and do another one, or just, you know, continue with this one, because he may have some time left when he completes his lap, but he will have to recharge. So yeah. So let me review the current grid as we get closer to the end of this qualifying section. Up to basically leading the pack right now with a 143.774, followed up by Hilsey to Hero, if I read that correctly. No, actually Tarkru, which is also known as Kyle Tarkru, in 3rd right now with a 144.312. Then Super Christian Ali, GTR, Possuman, Hugo, Bill, Brandon, Francis, Yuki, and Donkey Kong as GTR spins. I think they're gonna have another chance. Yeah, they probably do. They still want 2 minutes left, so they can recharge and then go back and set another lap. On to Hilsey's on board then, as their yellow flags due to Williams. Williams pulling away to let them pass. Hilsey right now on an out lap, trying to get their best. Oh, big crash from meanwhile from GTR in Eau Rouge. Luckily he didn't get damage. I don't know how he did that. I avoided damage, but our focus is on Hilsey right now, as he's about to start a new lap. And actually, let me check. He's the first one to start a lap. No, he's not. He's the 3rd one to start a lap. As he crosses the line now, and starts his final lap in this session. As this session is about to end in about 1 minute, so it will be quite a close qualifying. Not gonna lie. As he goes up to Eau Rouge, where we had quite a few incidents yesterday in Tier 1, but he gets it right. DRS wide open on Camel Straight. Let's see if he can go fastest enough to get a pole position today. He doesn't improve in Sector 1. As he goes up to Sector 2, he needs a really good lap to get up to where Zakiman is, or anyone else as well. You know, Lewis meanwhile, also known as Francis, retires, as well as Donkey Kong in the last straight. He also still continues on to, hopefully for him, trying to take the pole position through Radion. He goes. He's about to get up to some traffic ahead of him. Traffic of 2 cars on the respective outlaps, I think, because they're going quite low. They may just have invalidated. Anyway, pole sector 2, that is. He's still down on Zakiman's time. He's 2/10 down on Zakiman, but he still set a pole sector 2. Meanwhile, Tarkru completes the session in 3rd. As he goes on to the last chicane then. Can he gain here? Last corner he goes. DRS wide open for the Haas driver. He crosses the line. He does take pole position, but it's not over yet. 143.679 for the Haas driver. On to Zakiman then. Zakiman did set a did improve in Sector 1. we're gonna have to see if he can improve in sector 2, if he can get a pole sector 2. And he spins after losing traction in Radion. That's what I said when I mentioned that sector 2 is quite tight. I mean, quite tight, quite challenging. Next up, we have Dan Super, their teammate, also spun. So not a really good impression from McLaren at the end of qualifying. Meanwhile, Christian is about to end the session as well. He comes home, no, actually not home, in 3rd place. Actually gets dropped to 4th now by Max, who shows our driver 70 here, but he's Max Weinhardt. In 3rd, 143.94. Christian in 4th with a 144.162. Hilsey right now stands in the provisional pole position. Only person, actually no, everyone's completed their session. GTR invalidated. So yeah, I guess that's your qualifying over then. So we're gonna wait for the results screen, but I guess that's your qualifying over for real. So that was a close qualifying. I think the race is gonna be quite more, you know, close in terms of action, hopefully, as we wait for everyone to cross the line then, and we'll call it a day for qualifying. As GTR goes into the pit, so we'll wait just a few more seconds and then we'll get the final results screen. I guess your starting grid then stands pretty much. There's nothing else. There's no other driver who can possibly set a better time. Here we go then. So, results then. Hilsey takes provisional pole position. Actually, no, actual pole position, but we'll have to see if he can keep that in the race. We'll see. Zakiman then in 2nd, Max in 3rd, Aston Cree in 4th, Kyle in 5th, Mikkel in 6th, Dan Super in 7th, Apollo in 8th, Hugo in 9th, but Postovan in 10th. That rounds out your top 10. At the end of the grid, we have Bill Eckers, Danny Boy, Brandon, Monkey D. Brand, Lewis, Real Pixel, and Donga Kong. Rounds out your full grid for today's Grand Prix in Tier 3. Make sure to tune in for Tier 2 as well, as we'll have another race at 8 p.m. So weekend won't be over after this race for real. But right now, we'll focus on Tier 3. Here we go. As we wait for the drivers to set the strategies, and then we'll see what tire everyone is starting on. Make sure to, leave your predictions down in the chat. So then, session starts in 5 seconds. There's formation lap. And here we go with the starting tires. So Hilsey then starting on hard, Zakiman on mediums, Max on mediums as well, Christian on mediums, third crew on mediums, as there's a spin at the back already. I don't know who was that, but 4 people already got disqualified from the formation lap. What has happened behind the pack? That's already a chaotic start. What can I say? Yeah, so Dan Super then on medium, CTR on hard, Hugo on mediums, Bossman on mediums, Bill on mediums, Danny Boy on mediums, Brandon mediums, Monkey Brand on hards, Lewis on mediums, Real Pixel on mediums, and Donkey Kong on mediums as well. That's your starting tire for everyone pretty much. Only person who's starting on hards, actually only two people who are starting on hards are GTR and Monkey Brand. So looks like to be an interesting race then, because only two people have an alternate strategy which they can play with. If there's a possible safety car, which there were like 3 in tier 1 yesterday. But the formation lap is about to be over then as Hilsey approaches the last chicane. There we go, they form up on the grid then. Let's see then how this start is gonna be. Luckily the camera angle is not a problem this time. So here we go then. As we wait for everyone to load up. Lots of people get their parking slot wrong, but here we go then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights. And it's lights out, and away we go for this Tier 3 Grand Prix. Hilsey gets a great start. And as we approach turn 1, let's see if there's any chaos at the back. As we did the reason Mercedes going slow there at the back, as we have a few more cars there all holding up each other. I think Postman spun there at the back probably. Yes, he did. As we go up to Hugh Rouge now. Side by side they are Ferrari against AlphaTauri there. The Ferrari has to go a bit wide. That's a big crash already. In the first, oh my god, lots of cars involved in that. What has happened there? Oh my, Real Pixel, Danny Boy, both get a 5-second time penalty. Focal line with each other, safety car deployed. What was that? That was the biggest crash I've ever seen in Belgium so far in this league. What the hell? Well, we're off to a nice start already, aren't we? Oh my. Well, what can I say? That, I didn't expect that at all, not gonna lie. What was that? Anyway, so that Hilsey at least is safe. Same for Zakiman. Christian made 1 place after start. The big losers, of course, are the Super and Postman, both actually 8 places for Super and Postman 6 places lost at the start. But that was quite a big crash. We're gonna see lots of people pit now, probably change their wing. That I didn't expect that at all, I'm not gonna lie. I did say it was gonna be more chaotic, but I didn't mean this. So, safety car then. This is the same thing which happened in T1. Safety car the first lap, though it didn't happen due to a crash at Hugh Rouge. Well, yeah, it's things that happen. So then we have in the pits we have Fallen, Yuki, Super, and yeah, that's all pretty much. But it was 3 really big crash. Luckily only 3 cars got involved in that, and they're all pitting probably for hards because there's no other choice. And they're all serving as well big penalties that they gained from that crash. That only basically super gains from that. So because he didn't have a penalty, if I'm not wrong. In fact, he jammed them both in the pits. However, the first possibly controversial incident, I don't know what happened there. We're gonna see with the clips later on. Hopefully something similar doesn't happen in tier 2, I hope. But other than that, as the current grid says, we have Ilse leading, followed by Zakian, then Christian, Max, Kyle Tukro, Outley, Hugo, GTR, Francis, Brandon, Bill, Ran, Postman, Dipper, Fallon, and Yuki. And Donkey Kong, of course, he's out from the session. And we have quite, I saw GTR and Francis were having quite, were overtaking each other at the back. I don't know what happened there, but they gave their place back. So, safety car should be in this lap, because everyone is catching up. So, should be in this lap, I think. Is it? Let's see. Doesn't look like it. Well, if it is, will be a late call. Otherwise, we'll have another lap of safety car. Yeah, I think we'll have another lap of safety car then. During this time, I will quickly review all the sponsors for Season 8. So let's start from the title sponsor, which is Mode Push USA. They will offer a pair of gloves of the winner to each team. So yeah, really kind from their end. Then we go with David Racing, of course, hosted by a league racer here who had to retire. Little connection issue. David does bid, or David does retirement, how he called himself. We will be providing a £5 Amazon gift card to the winners of Tier 2 and Tier 3. F1WL, because the F1 community site, which is linked to our league, of course, owned by the same person. Wayfinder, which basically lets you look for any league really you want to join. And we will be providing an Automobilist F1 print to the winners of all 3 tiers. Superfan Racing, a calendar of the trades to the winners of Tier 1 and Tier 2. High Caliber apparel provided by High Caliber, who is racing in, I think, if I'm not wrong, Tier 2, probably. And we have Next Level Racing, which used to be our title sponsor. Best Stop Prizes, Lagara Motorsports, Formula Rings, Racetracks Art. I have to go faster because we're reaching the end of the straights, so I have to go faster. RCS GFX, which are our graphics designer. 60 Iconic, Reaction Timer from Podcast, hosted by Big Homie, as he will be providing a $25 Xbox gift card. Mode Pushers is the title sponsor. Formula Print is our last sponsor. They will be providing an F1 phone case to the winners of Tier 1 and Tier 2. As we reach the end of Sector 2, and the safety car will go in this lap, most likely. Otherwise, it will continue staying upright. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. As it turns off the lights, safety car in this lap. Here we go to restart then this race, which has already been chaotic up to this point. And I don't know how bad, how worse this can go. So, Ilse will kindly restart your Grand Prix for today, as we have quite a few, cars pulling on the side point of each other, as Max spins during the safety car as well as Postman at the back. What has happened there? It's already chaos during the safety car restart. But Ilse though, because can't look behind, but only focuses on restarting this race. He restarts now by spinning up and giving us a green light to go back to racing. Up to turn 1 we go. Zakiman already close to him. There's no DRS yet. DRS will be activated in 2 laps, or 3 laps, let's say, a lap 6. As we see the Brand having some issues there with defending from the Rebel behind, the Rebel of Max. Which one, and they made a big contact there at Hugh Rouge. What was that again? Hugh Rouge. What is Hugh Rouge today? He got fully damaged and is now having to fight Dan Super off the Cameron Straight. What was that, honestly? The Christian and Turper, two Mercedes Academy mates fighting with each other there. Honestly, as Max now losing even more places to Real Pixel as well now. He will surely have to pit now, as he's going to fight as well the Williams. What is going on? He's going to fight the Williams. He's probably holding up lots of people here. Alrighty, on we go. As we have the spin from Turker, who will rejoin the track in P8 behind Francis, and he has Brandon ahead as well. As there's another spin as well from Postman, no, not Postman, Bill spins. He's now up to P16. And then meanwhile gets passed by Postman. What a chaotic safety car restart, but it seems to be calmed down now. As we have Zakiman quite close to Kelsey at the moment. So that's a bubble sector past his lap as we speak. That's 148.330. He won't have the IS yet, meanwhile Max goes into the pits to repair his wing. Yeah, I think he's probably will be a fool with that. We'll see with the FIA, what the FIA says. Zakiman probably praying to get the IS right now, but there's not the IS yet. As the 12 Ferraris there fighting, trying to gain the same place on the Ferrari ahead. Ferrari trying to burn all easy IS down. They're going on the inside there. I also want to point out that some curves in this track are quite dangerous if you catch them too much, so always got to be careful with that as well. As Max is now comes out in P16 last place, really is Postman wins once again and is now dropped to P15 behind their teammate. Not a really good situation with the Aston Martin drivers today, as they were doing, and actually that was Williams, but still they were doing quite well yesterday as well until some point. As the IS will be enabled soon, lap 6, so about as soon as we cross the line, that will be when the IS will be activated. Brandon really close right now to GTR, as GTR is trying to burn all his IS down. Brandon is trying to keep some, as they're going side by side with their teammate. Francis almost touching the GTR, really close to the end. He's losing time from that as well. DRS meanwhile gets enabled, and we'll see the power of the DRS on the Cameron Straight soon, as our first 2 fighters really will be pretty much over the top 5 as they're close, apart from Ali, who's 3 seconds behind. Meanwhile 3 seconds for Christian, who gains the first track limit penalty. Zakiman really close meanwhile to Hilsey as he goes on the outside line at the end of the Cameron Straight. Hilsey keeps the place for now, but not for long, I assume, because the jet is so powerful here. Hugo meanwhile goes on to Ali. They make a bit of contact there, but he keeps the place. He gains the place, gains 4th place from that. Turco wants to get past the Mercedes of Ali right now, but as long as he's not that low, I think they will probably let him go for now. So, right now, not much happening apart from this really close fight at the top. Dan Super
think that, yeah, he got 3 seconds to track limits as well as Yuki now. Zakiman there has another round of taking the lead from Hilsey though. He does still have quite a nice amount of EIS. So not bad. He's gonna have to keep that if he wants to gain something on them. As Christian now approaches them as well. They're all in the fight there for the lead. Jazz wide open for the McLaren of Zakiman. He improves his fastest lap time even further. As they're about to go on to Rouge again for the 7th time this Grand Prix. We have a spin again from Postman. Not a really good race from Postman there, but the focus now is in the battle between Hilsey and Zakiman. Here we go, Jazz wide open as he follows him up on this long straight in sector 1. He goes up to the outside, same move that happened earlier, last lap, but this time can he keep the places? They're still side by side through turn 7. Zakiman, he keeps the place, but Hilsey will won't be happy about that, will surely get him back. 3 seconds meanwhile awarded to Postman as Max sets the fastest lap on new hard 147.6. So not bad for the Red Bull driver there. But yeah, I think Hilsey and Zakiman will give us quite a lot of action to go through for the rest of the race until they pit, of course. I still think those two will probably fight it out until the end of the race. Meanwhile, at the back we also have we still have Ali struggling at keeping up with their teammates ahead, or probably just holding up everyone else behind. Meanwhile, Francis spins apparently, loses out on the top 10 as Turkey is now going on Ali there for the 4th place. Francis now having the best races as well in the AlphaTauri as he drops to P13 now. And now Turkey has all the time he wants to catch up to the top 3, where Hilsey is about to try and fight Zakiman's move back as they go up Hugh Rouge right now to get Jazz on the McLaren leading right now. Jazz wide open for the Haas as they gain. They go up on the outside line now at turn 6. Let's see if they can keep the place quite close as they make contact, and Zakiman spins due to that. He resets the track as well, and Danny Boy also gets all known as Fallon 3 seconds for track limits, but that probably will get reported. But Zakiman also reset the track, so don't know if it can really count. But yeah, I think we'll see some nice clips from the drivers today. Even though Zakiman didn't lose that much, though he now has a less than a second gap to the Williams behind them, and that's not gonna be helpful at all. But as long as they can keep on, or as long as they can, it's not gonna be a problem, I think. Meanwhile, Ali is about to encounter GTR behind them, trying to defend from the Ferrari behind. Brandon gets 3 seconds for track limits. As GTR will soon have the eyes on the Mercedes ahead. They approach the last chicane now. Still no pit stops, and I think we're gonna see some being done soon. GTR is not gaining that much from DRS, but he will probably gain a lot on the next straight as they go. They're about to approach the famous corner on this track, which has been sort of resized in 2022. We haven't got it on this game yet, but it's the E Rouge I'm talking about, and then the Como straight, which gains you a lot of time with the EIS open and the EIS usage. GTR is not using any EIS, which may be why it's not getting that much. Meanwhile, Dan Super gains the place on Brandon as they make contact as well. And he gains the 7th place from that. Brandon will surely have another chance of getting that place. The Alfa Romeo is trying to give each other the place as well. As Aston O'Cree there, Christian, also known as Christian, really close meanwhile to the leader of this race, Hilsey. As we have another spin from Bosman though. Not the best phrase at all. No wait, that's not Bosman, that's Bill. Bill just won. Oh yeah. Aston O'Cree then, also known as Christian, goes up onto the last straight. He is really close to the heart right now, and he could pull a move anytime if he wants to. He tries to send one at the last chicane. Can he keep it? No, he cannot, unfortunately. But he does have the ass onto the next race. Zakiman also fighting behind with the Williams, and Aston O'Cree goes for the dive at turn 1. Hilsey tries to take advantage of the switchback, and he does gain time from that. But he has still the Mercedes behind, is not giving up yet in taking that place from him as they open just wide now. They will gain a lot from this as they gain, move to the outside. Lots of drivers moving to the outside line in turn 5 today as they get pushed a bit too much on the inside of that curve. They have to give back the place. Kyle, meanwhile, Kyle Turkro takes the place on Zakiman. Zakiman will probably fight it back though, as Lewis now gains 3 seconds track limit. Zakiman really close there to the Williams ahead. As Bill pits, he's the first driver to pit on a new fresh set of hards. Both Aston Martins facing the 5th and 6th place right now. As we'll probably have another round of the top 5 really. GTR meanwhile, as we speak, is catching up to this top 4. So we'll soon have quite a nice fight, because we still haven't seen nobody pit apart from Bill and Postman. So we're gonna see how that turns out to be in the once the stops are live. However, for now, Hilsey, as I speak about it, that's when it happens. Hilsey and Aston O'Cree both go into the pit. I just called for it. Darkrow goes into the pit. That gains GTR the lead for the moment. Zakiman into the pits. Mikkel into the pits. Brandon into the pits. The Mercedes almost double stacked there, but they planned that correctly. Lots of drivers into the pits actually. Lots of drivers into the pits. Looks like everyone has the same strategy here. Fallon also into the pits. So pretty much everyone on hards. The only driver who stayed out for the moment as Real Pixel, also known as Yuki, gains the place on Zakiman at the pit exit. The only drivers who have stayed out for the moment are GTR, who's leading right now, then Dan Super on mediums, Hugo on mediums, then we have Yuki on hards, Max who pit earlier, Bran, and Bossman. Yeah, that's all. All drivers who pit for the moment. Zakiman almost hit the back of Yuki, the turn 8. He's really close. He really wants to get the place down as he is on fresh hard, so makes sense he's that fast compared to the Williams. But he really wants to go as Danny Boy there. Fallon retires from the session on track though, so didn't DNF. So yeah, that's one Aston Martin. No, Aston Martin. What am I saying? Alfa Romeo. They start with the same letter. Alfa Romeo out of the session. As he leaves the session as well. Hugo spins ahead, and let's see if they have enough time to get him as he spins once again, and will be dropped to P9 possibly, or P10 depending on Brandon. P10 for Hugo. As Yuki gets 3 seconds of track limits Meanwhile, Zakiman gained the place on Yuki as Super now goes into the pits. Yuki does the same. And Super for a new fresh set of hards as he repairs his front wing as well. Hugo into the pits as well. And he gets 5 seconds for spinning in the pit lane. Yuki on fresh medium, so that will help him a lot now. He's the only driver on medium right now, and that will help for sure. Hugo on hards, on fresh hards. So that pretty much resets the race. Everyone is far away from each other apart. Actually, Apollo spun who's leading. So that's no good. They're on used hards. And Hills is about to catch up to them. He's on way fresher tires. That's not good for the Ferrari though. There's still Ferrari Academy, Ferrari and Haas, but you know, having two cars in the top two is not the same as having only one. This build also comes in the pits again. But yeah, Hilsey will surely catch up from him. Apollo I think will pit this lap because you know there's no point staying out when you got almost a train of cars going up. But yeah, everyone far away from each other, so not really much to say as there's another spin there from Dan Super. He just spit in hard and he spun. CTR then heads into the pit. As I said, Yuki, and he probably goes mediums, if I'm not wrong. Yes, he does. Goes onto the medium compound tire compound. That promotes Hilsey back to the lead of this Grand Prix. Only thing that can stop him is Christian in a Mercedes, or also the Williams behind him in P3. But we also have to consider the amount of penalties those drivers have. GTR now leaves the pit lane behind Max, who's trying to fight Brandon here. Same academy. They have the eyes on each other now. On the Cameron straight they go, and Max passes Brandon easily there with the eyes. But I think it's the same academy, so yeah. Apollo though now has the eyes on Brandon, and he's on fresh medium still. Compared to the 2-lap old hards, even though he's not got much power with for the AlphaTauri, but still makes something because it's mediums against hards. It's lap 13 out of 22. This race is about to end in a few laps, about 10 laps as we speak. Also Super catching up to Yuki. Meanwhile, he's the only driver right now below a second, so yeah. And also GTI is also below a second now. Yeah, we'll see whoever gets the eyes of each other. Hugo gets 3 seconds to track limits. Lots of drivers getting penalties today, and the only ones who haven't got a penalty right now is Turkro, Zakiman, Ali, GTR, and Brandt and Bill. So that will make something when it comes to talking about the race results, especially if there's a tactical like at the last 2 laps, which probably cannot happen. So last 3 laps actually. Meanwhile, Dan Super there trying to get the place on Yuki for the 4 points, for 1 point really, as he goes onto the last chicane, gains the place on the Williams. He now has Monkey D. Brand ahead. He does have the IS of him. Yuki though has a better run. He goes onto the inside at turn 1. They make a bit of contact there. Super gains the place. Brandon gets the second track limit as he gets passed by Apollo on even before the DIS activation zone. Monkey Brand there also gets 3 seconds for track limits. Looks like the drivers are extending quite a bit today. But yeah, no one else making overtakes for the time being. Well, Brandon surely will have to walk something out, because it's currently on hard. There's no way he can get passed by Monkey D. Brand. He can get passed by the drivers behind Monkey D. Brand. who are Super and Yuki. As we have a spin from Hugo in sector 2. He gets passed by Lewis now. As indeed Brand looked like he let Super pass though. I'm not sure, but what he doesn't know is that he has to defend hard from Yuki now. Being on 3 lap full hard doesn't help at all. As Yuki really wants to get that place. He's burning all his EIS. They're side by side to the last sector 3 straight, and he gets the place in one piece, I would say. And he now gets to the home for McLaren of Super up ahead, and then we'll have the EIS on them as well. Super gets 3 seconds to track limits as well. Now he extended quite a bit there. Lewis spins once again. I think his tires don't like the track anymore. As the safety car has been deployed. Wait, is that yeah. Wait a second. Lewis spun and was stopped on track for quite a bit. That's Francis, the reference. He was stopped on track for quite a bit. And that brought out a safety car. He also got full wind damage. I don't know what happened there, but I don't know if he brought out a safety car on purpose. I don't know, probably not, but I just saw him stopped on track and move, so. Anyway, safety car surely helps a lot of people here, so I guess it's just benefits. It's just a benefit for everyone. As most drivers will probably come to the pits now. Nice. Let's see if anyone comes into the pits. Really? Yeah, some do, and it's basically from P2 to the bottom. And I would assume, let's see how far it goes on. Christian goes on mediums. Will anyone follow that strategy actually? Turkru goes on softs. Oh well, that's quite a risky strategy, not gonna lie. We saw that similar thing from the Williams boys yesterday, and that's from Brown, which goes that controversial incident. But he's gonna play the risky strategy here to go on softs. The rest looks to be going on mediums, most likely as GTR retires. GTR DNS from the session. I don't know what happened there. He retired on track apparently, as he's still moving. That's then 3 cars out from the race. Yuki also comes into the pits. Williams has the same strategy, Sims. They both go on softs. That's gonna be interesting, not gonna lie. Depends on when the safety car goes in, because technically the softs can last, but as we saw yesterday, the mediums get up to speed by the last lap. So that's what caused also the incident in the last chicane. So yeah, I'm gonna see. Bossman gets past. I wonder what happened to GTR there, really. Really wonder what happened. But yeah, I guess we'll get the restart, I think, in 2 laps. So lap 18, that's when we start this race. And that will give us a 5-lap sprint race to the end, to the checker flag. To end this Grand Prix is not even... not really. It's right now it's 7:08, so I think we're right in time. We'll be tied between the to open lobby. I will have to open lobby. So yeah, but and also I don't know if we'll have time to check some stream settings. We'll see. We'll see when the race ends. It's basically now lap 17, so probably should be all good, I think. But yeah, anyway, let me review the Cameron grid order as we wait for this safety car to go back into the pit. Hilsey currently leading from Christian. Hilsey will have to do a massive job here to hold Christian off for as much as he can, as he's on fresh mediums. Then we have an even risky strategy for the Williams of Tarker on softs. Zakiman then on mediums, Brandon on hards, Super on hards, those two haven't pit. Then we'll have Ali on mediums, Max on mediums, Monkey Dibran on mediums, Yuki on softs, Hugo on mediums, Francis on mediums, Bill on mediums, and Postman on mediums. Bill hasn't pit as well, so only drivers who haven't pit are Hilsey, Brandon, Super, and Bill. Apart from that, they all pit. And we are going back to racing right away. Next lap, hopefully. There's still Postman quite far behind. I think we'll catch up by lap 18. In any case, the safety car goes in automatically after 5 laps that it's been deployed. So it's been deployed last lap 16. Actually, that was lap 15. That was lap 15 when it got deployed, so it should be going in any case at lap 19 automatically. Or lap 20 it goes in automatically in any case. As Monkey the brand spins, Hugo and Real Pixel, Hugo and Yuki collided during the safety car. What happened there? Yuki and Hugo, actually I think only Hugo got 5 seconds, let me check. Yeah, only Hugo got 5 seconds for colliding with Yuki there. I mean, that's what it said. Oh, I get why the GTR retired now. I didn't see it before. He got a drive-through for speeding. In a case, you can only serve it after the safety car ends, so he probably thought it was pointless continuing if noticing how many laps are left. Bill comes into the pits once again. Wonder what happened there between Hugo, Bran, and Yuki. Bill goes into a set of softs. That's quite a smart strategy, not gonna lie. Now he can go on soft because there's enough laps remaining for them to last. We're gonna see how this goes. I don't know if we'll have enough time to catch up because the safety car will be going in this lap most likely, unless it waits for everyone. Which I don't know if we actually will, but we'll see. But if he actually waits for everyone, he played a really massive strategy there. And some people may actually follow that one. We'll see. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a quite fun restart, I would say. Same thing which happened yesterday. Can it happen again in Tier 2? Just saying. And if races are like this, then why not? Oh! Max collides with Ali there. Ali is off the track with full wind damage. What is going on in this race? No, actually not full wind damage. Let me check. Does he have damage from the database? No, he doesn't. He does not have damage, so can still continue, but it's not gonna be healthy for their tires. Max getting involved in quite some incidents today. I wonder what is going on with this driver. No, I meant he's got involved in New Rouge, the incident in New Rouge as well, previously. So wonder what is going on with them. As Ali wants to get past the academy mate, but of course the safety car won't let them do that. As the safety car, as I missed that, is going in this lap. Well, Ali now has to do quite a big comeback there to get at least some points. But he has quite a lot of penalties ahead, so why not? He just has to be consistent and avoid penalties. And that's goes for the same, who is out of the points right now. Only Brandon and Postman out of the points have penalties. Meanwhile, Kelsey approaches the last chicane. As he gets up to speed by now, he uses all the eyes he's got. Aston Cree looks to be in AI mode. Is he? Yes, he is. I'm gonna send him an invite quickly. I don't know if he disconnected. But yeah, probably he did. Anyway, Kyle Tucker gains the second place, as we have Hugo there fighting as well with actually two rebels there fighting with each other. So yeah. Pretty much. Oh, there. We have already Tucker trying to gain the place on the leader right now. Hilsey, Zakiman trying to join the party, taking advantage of Christian being disconnected as he gets back into his car right in time, I would say. Everyone's pretty close to each other, of course, after the safety car restart. It's lap 19 out of 22, not many laps to go for Rouge, so they have, if you want to get that place, you have to do it now or never, basically. I'm gonna wonder how the results are going to get shaped by the penalties. And we'll also have the IS actually, unlike lap 21. So not bad at all. Oh, and Hugo there has another spin. Not really good weekend for them. And also Monkey Brand getting passed by Shadow, also known as Ali and Phil. Dan Super there, 3 wide at the last chicane between the two AlphaTauris. I think Super there managed to hold them both off. Brandon though going at it again, sending one on the inside at turn 1. Super will probably fight that back. They don't have the ice yet, that will be next lap. Zakiman also pretty close to Christian right now as he's using his all EIS, goes on to the outside now will be for this next corner. Max also gets past Kyoto Niwa, gets back. Zakiman stays behind for the moment, knowing that's the IS. Next lap, Brandon also gets past Super trying his best meanwhile to get ahead of the AlphaTauris. Really trying his best. Is Christian there trying to get advantage of the switchback, but actually he wants the IS, I think. And Luis Francis has another spin. Not really a good weekend overall for Red Bull. Though they have cars in the points, so yeah. But Max there really close to Christian right now, goes up into the outside at turn 12 as they could make contact again. What is going on? This driver is getting involved in so many incidents, and it's not just Mercedes drivers, of course, but just I've seen them go at Eau Rouge side by side and getting involved in contact. What is going with this driver? I haven't seen someone cause that many. Probably I have even more incidents, but yeah. I wonder what is going on. Anyway, there's a Williams there with a broken front wing as they go and send. What the hell? Oh well, yeah. There's the Tucker racing without a front wing. I wonder why they didn't pit. They probably thought it was pointless, but you should pit having front wing damage. Aston Creed, they're getting past Super as they're side by side. As we Brandon behind loses traction and crashes, resets the track as well. As Hilsey now gets 3 seconds to track limits. Hilsey gets 3 seconds to track limits and gets dropped to P4 as well. Max is now in the lead with penalties. Zaki will probably gain the win, and it will be another McLaren win, I would say. A podium, more podium. I don't remember if they gained a win in preseason testings, but yeah, quite a chaotic end to this race, and there's still lots to happen. Brandon gets 3 seconds to track limits as it's lap 21 out of 22. We're about to go onto the final lap in a couple of corners, as we have Bilakers there trying to get past the academy mate. Let's see if they hang fast or not. They do, as they go on the outside there, always getting a warning for that. I don't know if they did, probably not, as it doesn't show in the telemetry. Lewis, Francis spins again, already on. There's quite a really nice battle going on here though. As we have another round of fights, then they still have the chance if they want to get it. Super, meanwhile, defending from Christian as they're about to approach the last chicane. They go on to the inside here, trying to send one, and they do quite successfully. They take P5 from that. Super still behind them as they back up now. The final lap starts now. It's the final lap of this Grand Prix. Starts now indeed. It's now or never for all the drivers, as this driver ahead, Takru, managing to still race without a front wing, still doing quite a good job. I don't know if it will be controversial, but you know. Meanwhile, Brandon, actually not Brandon, Francis, 3 tires. That's 4 cars out. As we have Dan Super with a warning, it seems. But yeah, looks like Max won't take this win due to penalties. It will be Zakiman taking the win. As it stands, of course. As it stands, still anything can happen still. Super is so close to Aston Akri there. Turker there holding them all up on with the broken front wing. Look at that. It's quite a close fight there as Super clips tires with Aston Akri as it resets the track as well. What is going on in this race, honestly? It's even has more action, but even more chaotic than yesterday's. And Aston Akri is now dropped to P9 as Ali. I get confused with names. Ali now is trying to get past the Williams and also trying to defend from Super. Hugo spins. Max wins the race, but due to penalties, is Zakiman taking the win of the Belgium Grand Prix for Tier 3. Hilsey crosses the line in P3. Takru P4. Jumps to P3. Mikkel to P4. Hilsey gets up to P5. Bill in 6th. Aston Akri in 7th. Super in 8th. Brand in 9th. Yuki in 10th. Postman in 11th. Brandon in 12th. And Hugo in 13th place. What a race this has been. There will be lots of penalties to be given out, but I think we'll discuss about driving standards quite soon. Because, yeah, you know. But that's it then. We'll have the podium quite soon. As it's Zakiman taking the win then. This Grand Prix. What a race, honestly. Still have to get through that. What is going on, but it's McLaren taking the win, followed by a Red Bull and a Williams. So it's Zakiman, Max, and Turkru taking the win. Turkru with a broken front wing takes the win out of nowhere, and that's your results then. Zakiman takes the win. Max takes the fastest lap though in second, then Turkru in third, Mikkel in fourth, Hills in fifth, Bill in sixth, Asinokri in seventh, Dan Super in eighth, Monkey D. Brand in ninth, Real Pixel in 10th. That rounds out your top 10. In outside the top 10, we have Postman in 11th, Brandon in 12th, Hugo in 13th, Lewis in 14th, Apollo in 15th, Danny Boy in 16th, and Donkey Kong in 17th place. Those last three drivers, all DNF, unfortunately, but it is what it is. And as we end this stream, there will be another one in about 36 minutes, tier 2. So we'll see you, I guess, soon, 8 p.m. GMT for tier 2, last race of this weekend. Join us for the last race of this weekend. Also round 2, there will be the same track because we don't have different calendars for tiers. But that's it. Thank you for joining us for tier 3, and we'll see you all for tier 2 in about 36 minutes. Bye for now.